Buggy?
Same question for me?
Same question for you.
Yep. Let me put it out there now. I was a fan of Backyard. I was a fan of Backyard before I joined Backyard. And the reason why, because wasn't too many young bands playing real music. See, a lot of our bands back in those days were influenced by Junkyard. And no disrespect to Junkyard music section now, but anybody tell you Junkyard never really had a serious music section back then to make you say, them niggas some bad jokers. You know, Baker was doing a lot of one finger songs and things like that. I'm talking about back when we were young, when we were kids. You know, the one finger thing, you know. Backyard were youngins, but they were playing real music. Backyard, you know, EB and Mike was 14 and 15 years old playing Bobby Webbers and Bob James. And I know a lot of y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. But the sound of the grown and sexy bands now, that they calling it grown and sexy, Backyard was doing that when they was teenagers, dog. Yeah, just to put that out there for the record. And I was a fan of Backyard because the band that I was in, I was telling them, once me and Sauce get together, it's over. I was telling the band that I was with a band right out Southeast, and I told them, and they knew that I was getting ready to lead them. I said, man, once me and Sauce get together, man, it's over. Y'all can forget everything else. Me and Sauce gonna run everything. I was telling the band that I was in back then. The drummer that I replaced with Backyard. No sir. No sir. Backyard had 5 drummers before me.
Oh, okay.
There was Rondell, Bink, Gene, Gary, and me. I joined the band.
I thought Gene came out to Gary.
Who?
Gene came out to Gary, didn't he?
No, Gene was before.
He was before Gary. Okay.
Gary was before me.
Right.
Gary worked for the fire department.
Right.
It was kind of weird how I hooked up with Backyard, because I was playing with a band called Ultimate Groove, and we did our last show of the not the All Around, but the Washington Racket and Fitness Club with Northeast Groovers. And we did our last show. Matter of fact, it was me and Petey last show, because Petey went to Jump, and I went to Backyard. So when I got with Backyard, it was like, because Hook and Gingrich was looking for me. And my sister used to work at Hex downtown. And back then, they used to see my sister all the time. They used to press my sister, oh man, we trying to get your brother for our band. Trying to get your brother. So my sister would come home, and my sister didn't live with me at the time. So she would come home and say, Buggy, them guys looking for you to play in their band. I'm like, oh, I'll catch up with them. And finally caught up with them. And, but it wasn't difficult for me to go from, you know, Ultimate Groove to Backyard, because they almost had similar styles. Because they both were playing real music, and they both had a mature, what I call a mature music section. And that was back then when we had Chucky Thomas too, the great Chucky Thomas. We had him in the band. He came from Backyard, don't get it twisted. He done produced for Puffy and everybody else up under the sun, but he came from Backyard. Chucky played lead guitar for the band. He played keyboards. Chucky was the man. You know what I'm saying? But no, it wasn't difficult for me to, you know, come in with Backyard, play with Backyard. But it's because of really Hook and Gingrich. Really Hook, Gingrich, and Sauce that I'm in the band. First show was Thanksgiving, 1989. Backyard. 20 years in.
Wow. All right.